Welcome to another online teaching online lesson. Today's topic is prefixes and suffixes. Prefixes and suffixes. Prefixes and suffixes. Now, these are two separate topics on their own, but first let's look at prefixes. Prefixes. Now, what are prefixes? A prefix is a word that joins another word, changing its meaning. Changes its meaning at the beginning. Now, which is a word joining another word at the beginning to change the meaning of the word. I have a word. Now another one will join at the beginning of it to change the meaning entirely. A word joining another word at the beginning to change the meaning of that word. Now, if I have some prefixes, some examples of prefixes are on, in, up, d, and, by, etc. All these are examples of prefixes whereby if added to another word, it changes the word completely, giving it another meaning, giving it another word. Now, follow me as we go. If I have a prefix of a, I have here now a prefix of what? A. And what does a mean? A means on. This word a or a, like you know it, it means what? On. It means what? On. I have a prefix, meaning of the prefix, and an example of the word it forms. I have a prefix a. What does this a mean? It means on. It means what? On. It means on. Now, if I have a word float, I have a word now, float. A word on its own. Float, a word on its own. Now this a added to the beginning of this float forms another word and also change the meaning. It forms another word having a meaning of its own. A floats becomes a float. It becomes what? A float. It becomes what? A float. Now this prefix a was added to this word float. It becomes what? A float. I have another one, shop. If I add my "a" to it, it becomes "a-sure." It becomes "a-sure." The prefix "a" was added to it, giving it another word, "a-sure." "A-sure." Another prefix here, "ab." Another prefix, "ab." Now what does "ab" mean? "Ab" means away and from. This prefix "ab" means what? Away and from. The prefix "ab" means away and from. Now, giving you an example of this one, I have something like solve. Don't forget that solve is a word on its own, and I want to add this prefix of "ab" at the beginning of this solve here to give me another word entirely, which also has its own meaning. If I add this "ab" to the beginning of this solve, it becomes "absolve." It becomes what? Absolve. Absolve. This prefix "ab" was added to a word, another word entirely, solve. It becomes absolve. It becomes absolve. Giving you another one, normal. Another example, normal. Now, adding my "ab" to this normal at the beginning of this word normal, it becomes what? Abnormal. It becomes abnormal. Now you see that the suffix, the prefix "ab" was added to this word normal, it becomes what? Abnormal. So these are examples of prefix. Are you done copying them? Giving you some seconds. Hurry up, please. Hurry up, hurry up. Still waiting for you. Still waiting for you. Still waiting for you. Okay. Now, what I will do here now, I will give you some examples, some prefix, then you give me a word. I will give you some prefix, and then you will give me the word, which when this prefix is added to the word, it becomes another word of its own. Now, give words with these prefixes. Now, give me words with these prefixes. Number one, anti, which you normally call anti. Number two, die. Number three, by. Number four, mal. And number five, try. Now, this word anti, it means against. This word anti, it means against. This word die, it means two, double. It means two or double. Now the word by, it means the same thing, two, double. So die and by, they mean the same thing. Now mal, what does mal mean? Mal, it means what? Means hard, bad, sorry. Mal means what? Bad. Mal means bad. Why try? Try means three. So, with this, give me a word that this prefix can form another word entirely. On your own, look for any word that when this prefixes is added to it at the beginning, it forms a word entirely of its own. Now, let me give an example of this anti. I'll give an example of this word, anti. Aircrafts. Now, when this anti is added to this aircraft, it becomes what? Anti-aircraft. It becomes anti-aircraft. So, on your own, look for any other word that this die, by, mal, try, when added to it, it forms another word of its own. So put that down and make sure you do them. So in our next class, we'll give you the next of it, suffixes. So see you next time, and make sure you keep yourself busy, keep yourself in line with all these lessons. So see you next time, and remember, be safe.